talking to men and in their natural habitat. Natural habitat na
Pamiss you kay mga questions niya. Hindi na ako, no? Sige.
Pang-miss yung answer ni Mami. Ipon ka pa ka-bold.
Sige.
There!
So a typical day in my life as a recruiter or IT recruiter is, of course, screening resumes, checking job posts if they're active, connecting with people on LinkedIn, especially with the very specific qualifications of our clients. That's what I do on a daily basis. I check if there are similar or if there are people who are in that field. I also make calls and I do interviews. I'm not used to a yapper men no, in this field, especially IT. It's very technical as well. So yeah, that's what to expect, no? Talking to men and in their natural habitat. Natural habitat na they're in the tech industry, they just speak in tech terms. So that's one of the things that I encounter. That's what I encounter every day.
I started with routine, so check the emails. We have a task tracker, so we have to check that to make sure that nothing falls through the cracks. From the client success, it's like key in the role, so we have to make sure that we are very responsive, we are organized, because it sets the tone for the day. And then client calls, alignment of expectations, talking about growth opportunities, and solving challenges that they may have. And some days we have onboarding of new employees, making sure that they feel supported right from the day one, and making sure that they are ready to do the job. It's really about working as part of the Office of the Country Manager. We also organize engagement activities to make sure, to keep everyone, the morale is high in the organization. In between all that, it's about coordinating with other departments, with other teams, to making sure the clients are heard, people are heard. So there's never the same day that are the same, but even through all the hustle and bustle, we make sure that we take a pause, we take time to laugh, to de-stress, to make sure that the vibe is positive, and to make sure that we don't let toxicity set in. So
my day usually starts with me checking what my workload, so I can mentally prepare myself on what I will expect on what I have to do this day, and then coming to the office and just doing what I usually do. We draft and all. So actually that's how every day is. Actually my work is already interesting as it is. It's not, though we do the same thing every day, it's not actually the same. It's you have to think, you have to analyze things differently every day. So I find it challenging every day. It's a different challenge every day. So it has always been interesting. That's why I check my work ahead, so that I can already prepare myself. This is what I'm gonna do. This is where the challenge is.
For me, the skills that make me thrive or help me thrive in this position is having resilience and being persistent. So resilience in a way that, especially in the IT industry, that it changes, like the demand, the qualifications, the timeline as well to hire a certain person for this specific tech role. It changes. No, it could really be from a week, or in 2 weeks time, or even in a week, or yeah. So that's one of the things that I think would be successful, or to be successful in this role. And being persistent is like persistent rather to face rejection, because there are also times that you put in a lot of effort to talk to a candidate, keeping them warm, and also finding the right candidate you think is the right candidate, but in the end it's not it's not a client fit. So yeah, I mean, it's okay to really have that kind of rejection and then bounce back from it. At least, you know, at the end, you already learned, or you learned something from that experience.
I think the greatest would be adaptability. Is I think the very, very big key there, because every client is different. So you have to make sure that you pivot quickly without making sure nothing, you know, you have to make sure that things are still on track. Communication as well. It's not just basically sending emails or leading the calls. It's about, you know, making sure that alignments are being set, making sure that concerns or challenges are being addressed with confidence, and basically just, you know, you listening to them, because often clients don't really, you know, say what they really want to say. They expect you to read between the lines. And I think the last two skills would be problem solving and accountability. So making sure that, you know, you resolve the concerns of the clients and making sure that you anticipate the possible problems, to make sure that you're accountable for the outcome. So once the client knows that they can rely on you, they can trust you, that's when true partnership happens.
You have to have patience. You have to have patience, and you have to have the will to learn things that you don't know, and you have to be not ashamed to ask your peers, your coworkers, that you don't know this, so you have to learn. So you have to ask them, and just the patience about your job, and again, your willingness to learn more about drafting and surveying. Yeah.